Let's start the September horoscopes with Aries right away. Dear Aries and rising Aries, September will be quite dynamic for you. This month, your professional life and work routine will take center stage. If you are already employed, you may speed up your projects, consider moving into a new position, or turn to different job applications. Focusing on the income you earn from your current job and holding some discussions on this matter may also become one of the main themes of September. The most significant highlight of this month is the occurrence of two eclipses. The first is the lunar eclipse on September 7th. While this eclipse carries fateful influences, it also reminds you to keep yourself strong, especially regarding your nervous system and health. Hidden matters, unexpected developments, or situations that have remained behind the scenes for a long time may come to light with this eclipse. In fact, issues you have been waiting to surface for a very long time could finally gain momentum during this period, dear Aries. If you are married, your spouse's work or health, as well as developments related to your maternal side of the family, will become more important. Therefore, it would be wise to pay extra attention to your health, particularly during this eclipse period. The solar eclipse on September 21st, on the other hand, will lead you to make new decisions in your work and health areas. You may begin to see the results of the initiatives you started on August 23rd with this eclipse. In the coming 6 months, you will gain significant awareness about what you need to do and what you should avoid in your career. Certain decisions you take regarding your health may also become part of the agenda during this time. After September 18th, your focus will shift toward relationships. Partnerships, collaborations, and communication with your partner will become more important. If you are in a relationship, you may realize that you need to devote more time to your loved one. However, since Mars will be active in this area, you may occasionally challenge the other person with passive-aggressive behaviors. It would be beneficial to act cautiously in this regard. Still, we can say that overall, your relationships will flow smoothly. Dear Aries and rising Aries, even though September will arrive with an intense agenda, it will also offer you significant opportunities both in career and in relationships. Wishing you a wonderful month. Dear Taurus and rising Taurus, as you step into September, financial matters will take center stage in your agenda. Your expenses, payments, and costs related to your home may come to the forefront during this period. As a result, money issues may occupy your mind and occasionally tire you mentally. One of the developments that makes this month significant is the occurrence of two eclipses. The first is the lunar eclipse on September 7th. This eclipse will affect your social circle and friendships, your connections with friends, the way you share with them, and the balance in your communication may be tested during this time. There may be matters you need to simply let flow, or certain events in your friends' lives may directly reflect onto yours. Therefore, dear Taurus, you are in a period where you need to pay close attention to your social relationships. The second eclipse will occur on September 21st and will influence your love life. You may need to make important decisions in relationships. Perhaps endings and closures will come to the agenda. After this process, you may feel the urge to take a step toward a new beginning. As you go through a phase where changes intensify in your life, on one hand, you will want to enjoy life, but on the other, you will realize that the developments around you deeply affect you. You may feel these influences in your bones this month. From September 18th onward, your professional life will become more active. Your workload may increase, you may meet more frequently with people you work with, and your meetings may accelerate. If you need to make decisions about your health or take new steps, this period will support you. In addition, with Venus moving into Virgo, if you have a child, you may spend more time with them, and your desire to devote more of your time to your private life may increase. Especially in the third week of the month, you may find yourself drawn more into matters of love, family, and personal relationships. Dear Taurus and rising Taurus, I wish that this month, when changes will be intense, yet you will also have the chance to focus on your personal life, brings you beauty and joy. Dear Gemini and rising Gemini, in September, your private life will take the spotlight. Some important decisions that your partner needs to make may come to the forefront, and you may also wish to shape your life according to these decisions. One of the most remarkable events of this month will be the lunar eclipse on September 7th. You will experience this eclipse in your career and professional areas. Matters that need to be completed in your work life, details waiting to be reviewed, or long-standing indecisions that have been occupying your mind may surface during this period. For Geminis who are not working, family matters, especially sensitive issues related to the mother, may come into focus. In short, this eclipse will bring certain turning points in either your professional or family life. The second eclipse will occur on September 21st. Triggering the Sun's challenging aspect with Saturn, this eclipse will bring critical decisions regarding home, family, and domestic matters. First and foremost, you may need to resolve an unfinished issue. Long-standing repairs, responsibilities, or efforts related to the home may come to an end, after which you may find it inevitable to make new decisions. In addition, some developments in your parents' lives may also come into play with this eclipse. Take a look at the steps you took regarding home life at the end of August. With this eclipse, you will be able to see much more clearly how those steps affected you, where you received support, or where you made mistakes. From September 18th onward, you will enter a more enjoyable phase. If family responsibilities or a busy agenda have been wearing you down, after this date you will want to turn more toward love, fun, and joy. Sports, artistic activities, social events, or hobbies will bring colour into your life. You may especially become more engaged with matters that warm your heart and feel a renewed sense of vitality. In addition, on September 12th, 13th, and 14th, your luck will be high in financial matters. Try to make the most of these days when opportunities may arise for you financially. Dear Gemini and rising Gemini, although September may appear intense at times, it will provide you with valuable insights in both your professional and private life. Wishing you a wonderful month. Dear Cancer and rising Cancer, you are stepping into September with quite a busy pace. Your professional life, daily routine, and working conditions will accelerate during this period. While important developments will unfold throughout the month, two celestial events stand out in particular: the lunar eclipse on September 7th and the solar eclipse on September 21st. The lunar eclipse on September 7th will affect your travel and education sector. Long journeys may come onto your agenda, or you may receive news from distant relatives or acquaintances living in other cities. You may need to make important decisions regarding your education or commercial ventures. If you are married, matters connected to your spouse's siblings or close circle may also be influenced by this eclipse. Overall, during this period, it will be important to go with the flow and make the most of the opportunities that arise. Even though it may seem like your daily routine is being disrupted, in reality, this process will bring small but necessary adjustments into your life, dear Cancers. The solar eclipse on September 21st, on the other hand, will bring communication and matters concerning your close environment to the forefront. Plans involving siblings, relatives, or close friends may speed up. At the same time, however, unexpected setbacks, obstacles, or communication blockages may also occur. During this period, you may feel more affected by external factors and view situations from a somewhat pessimistic perspective. Therefore, it will be especially beneficial to remain flexible towards circumstances that develop beyond your control. After September 18th, Mercury will move into Libra, shifting your focus toward home and domestic matters. You may notice that communication within your household increases and that you spend more time with family members. In addition, issues related to real estate, renting, or buying and selling property may gain momentum. With Mars also present in this area, you may experience occasional unrest or a sense that your home life is not fully settled. However, thanks to Mercury's support, your ability to generate solutions will increase. You will be able to find clearer and more lasting resolutions to the problems you face at home. Dear Cancers, a busy yet equally instructive September awaits you. May you make the most of the opportunities this month has to offer. Dear Leo and Rising Leo, you are entering September with quite a joyful and love-filled energy. Normally, this month tends to highlight financial matters for you, but thanks to the influences you'll receive at the beginning, it will be both a livelier and more enjoyable period. If you have a child, matters concerning them, or pursuits that bring you happiness, will hold an important place in your life during the first days of the month. The main agenda of September, however, will be the two eclipses. The first is the lunar eclipse on September 7th, which will affect your shared finances sector. Your spouse's or partner's financial matters, joint income, debts, inheritance, or alimony could come into focus. During this time, you may feel more sensitive about money and will need to act cautiously. A conversation with your partner or a joint decision could shift your financial perspective. The second eclipse will occur on September 21st, and this one will directly concern your personal earnings. Money may enter your pocket, but at the same time you could face delays or postponements in payments you've been expecting. During this period, you'll need to be patient with financial matters and avoid arguments with your partner such as, "You spent, I earned." Otherwise, tensions may arise in your relationship. After September 18th, as Mercury moves into Libra, your communication with your close circle will increase. You may connect more with siblings, relatives, or people you see frequently. Your phone traffic could pick up, and short trips or small training programs may enter your agenda. For Leos working in communication, sales, or marketing, this period will bring promising opportunities. In summary, dear Leos, this month you will experience important developments both in your social life and in financial matters. It is a period when you will showcase your energy and personality while also making key financial decisions. Wishing you a delightful month. Enjoy it. Dear Virgo and Rising Virgo, the focus of September will be on home, family, and domestic matters. Issues that need to be resolved within the household, adjustments, or hosting guests may keep you occupied this month. However, the main developments that will mark September are the two significant eclipses: the lunar eclipse on September 7th and the solar eclipse on September 21st. The lunar eclipse on September 7th will affect your relationships and private life sector. Moving a long-standing relationship to the next level, such as marriage, engagement, or families meeting, may come into focus during this period. If you have been struggling to make a decision about someone you like, this eclipse may help you gain clarity. Likewise, if you are in a relationship that is no longer working, you may decide to end it. In short, the door to transformative decisions about your private life is opening. The solar eclipse on September 21st, on the other hand, will be critical for both your personal life and your health. You may begin to see the results of the decisions you made around August 23rd during this eclipse period. Matters in your life that need to come to an end, habits or behaviors you need to leave behind, will surface. You may also encounter delays or postponements regarding your expectations in relationships, especially if matters such as a marriage proposal came up around September 7th. Dear Virgos, you should know that this process should not be rushed. Allowing more time will be the wiser choice. From September 18th onward, as Mercury moves into Libra, financial matters will come into focus. You may show greater interest in fashion, aesthetics, and pleasures, and increase your spending in these areas. If your work is related to beauty, fashion, or aesthetics, this period could bring profitable opportunities. Starting September 19th, Venus will also move into your sign, adding a special radiance to you. your social life will increase, and you will feel more attention from the opposite sex. Remember, dear Virgos, since the eclipses are occurring on your axis, it is in your best interest to be cautious. Once this process is over, you will feel as if you have been reborn. Wishing you a beautiful and renewing month. Dear Libra and rising Libra, September will be a period when communication will be especially intense for you. While good news from your close circle will soften the month's energy, the influence of the eclipses may require you to pay extra attention to your health. It is very important for Libras to be especially cautious this month. The lunar eclipse on September 7th in Pisces will affect your work, service, and health sectors. Tasks that need to be completed, projects that need to be finalized, or new job opportunities may come onto your agenda in your professional life. If you have applied for a job, developments may accelerate during this period. At the same time, you may need to make sensitive decisions. Your health too may be tested during this eclipse. Be especially careful around September 7th. The solar eclipse on September 21st, dear Libras, will carry fateful influences. It may be time to make decisions in work and health matters that deeply affect you. In addition, if you have business ties abroad, rapid developments may occur. However, over the next 6 months, it will be wise to act cautiously when it comes to large-scale initiatives. Do not neglect your health. From September 18th onward, Mercury will move into your sign. With this transit, you will express yourself more easily and take great joy in sharing your thoughts with others. After September 19th, however, foreign plans, spending more time in the background, and focusing on yourself may take precedence. As of September 22nd, the Sun will move into your sign, lightening the burdens on your shoulders and carrying you into a more comfortable period. Wishing you a wonderful month, dear Libras. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Dear Scorpio and rising Scorpio, you are entering September with financial matters in the spotlight. Money issues will form the main themes of this month, with September 7th and 21st being particularly noteworthy. On these dates, one full lunar eclipse and one partial solar eclipse will take place. The lunar eclipse on September 7th will affect your love and relationships sector. Your social life will become more active. You may enter different environments and meet new people. These new connections could bring you flirtations or even new relationships. It is also possible for you to meet someone through your circle of friends. If you are already in a relationship, the desire to spend more time with your partner may come to the forefront. In addition, if you are interested in art, positive developments may occur regarding your hobbies or education. The solar eclipse on September 21st, dear Scorpios, will influence your social circle and friendships. If the problems your friends have been experiencing lately have also been weighing on you, these matters may resurface. Situations such as your partner not getting along with your social circle may also arise. This eclipse can also make visible any disruptions, delays, or obstacles in relationships. Furthermore, if you are taking steps in the stock market or with investments, it would be wise to be cautious during this period. From September 18th onward, you may channel your energy more into behind-the-scenes work. If you have overseas-related plans, they may come to the forefront during this time. After September 19th, however, you may want to spend more time with your friends and dedicate more energy to your social circle. The real dynamism begins on September 22nd. As soon as the Sun moves into your sign, life will accelerate, your sense of confidence will strengthen, and you will begin to feel the stability you have been seeking for a long time return. Dear Scorpio and rising Scorpio, I wish you a month full of renewal and empowerment. Dear Sagittarius and rising Sagittarius, you are starting September by focusing on your own desires, expectations, and plans. Alongside health-related matters, what you plan to accomplish this month will be a priority for you. Some months pass by quickly, but this period may turn out to be a far more visible and unforgettable month in your life. Hopefully, this visibility will reveal itself mostly through positive developments. The reason is that we will experience two significant eclipses. The first takes place on September 7th, and the second on September 21st. The lunar eclipse on September 7th will affect your home, family, and domestic areas. Family issues and sensitive decisions that need to be made may come into focus during this time. Developments involving your father or elder family members may arise. If matters such as housing, moving, buying, selling, or renting are on your agenda, this eclipse may accelerate those processes. At the same time, Saturn will also begin moving in this area, showing that you are entering a period of reassessing your attitudes, behaviors, and outlook on life. The solar eclipse on September 21st will bring your career and professional life into the spotlight. Important decisions regarding your profession may come into play. For those considering a job change, it would be best not to rush, as slowdowns in business, delays in news, or pauses in work processes could occur. Over the next 6 months, being more cautious with major initiatives will be beneficial. From September 18th onward, your social circle will come alive. Plans with friends, projects, meetings, or invitations may take centre stage. The launch of a project, a presentation, or matters to be shared in a community could also come onto your agenda. A more active, more social period awaits you. Dear Sagittarius and Rising Sagittarius, September seems to bring you significant turning points in both family and career matters. Wishing you a wonderful month. Dear Capricorn and Rising Capricorn, you are starting September with a rather calm and cautious approach. During this period, you may prefer to stay more in the background, observe situations from the outside, or avoid tasks that require too much effort. In short, it looks like this will be a month when, instead of engaging in matters that drain your energy, you will want to pull back a little. Two important eclipses stand out throughout the month. The first on September 7th and the second on September 21st. The lunar eclipse on September 7th will activate your communications sector. Developments concerning siblings, relatives, or people in your close environment may be the main focus of this eclipse. You may witness significant changes in their lives and perhaps need to support them. At times, challenges or sensitive decisions regarding your relationship with these individuals may also come into play. The solar eclipse on September 21st will be influential in areas such as travel, commerce, education, and international matters. If you took steps or seized opportunities in these areas around August 23rd, you may now face slowdowns, delays, or situations that require re-evaluation. At the same time, this will be a period when you can see developments around you more clearly and notice what has been happening behind the scenes. However, you may need to remain patient in the face of obstacles and postponements. On September 18th, as Mercury moves into Libra, a 2-week period will begin in which you can put yourself forward in your career and professional life. Important meetings and discussions may come to the forefront during this time. After September 19th, with Venus moving into Virgo, you may focus more on travel, education, and academic matters. Dear Capricorns, even though September may progress slowly at times, it seems set to bring you valuable insights. Wishing you a wonderful month. Dear Aquarius and Rising Aquarius, you are entering September accompanied by the lively and energetic atmosphere of your social circle. You may receive good news from your friends, or you may need to be careful with organization and planning throughout the month. With participating in activities, keeping up with invitations, and fulfilling promises, September may pass by quickly. One of the month's most notable influences will be the lunar and solar eclipses on September 7th and 21st. The lunar eclipse on September 7th brings your financial matters to the forefront. During this period, you will pay more attention to money matters and may encounter confusion in financial decisions. It is important to protect yourself from situations such as being deceived, going too much with the flow, or feeling like a victim. If you focus on financial habits and rules that need to change, you can benefit more from the September 7th eclipse. The solar eclipse on September 21st will highlight shared finances. This indicates a period when your spouse or partner will be dealing with financial matters. If your partner took steps after August 23rd, the results may not always come as quickly as you expect. Matters may take longer. Therefore, over the next 6 months, it will be wise to carefully evaluate financial conditions. In particular, if you are considering borrowing, it is advisable to avoid long-term commitments. From September 18th onward, travel and overseas-related matters gain momentum. Commercial projects may come onto the agenda, and during this period, you can put yourself forward. Communication with your spouse's relatives and siblings will also accelerate. With Venus moving into Virgo on September 19th, you will be able to see financial difficulties and problems more clearly. After September 22nd, you enter a period when you will perceive life as more enjoyable and balanced. You will feel much better in every area and be able to enjoy the month. Dear Aquarius and Rising Aquarius, I wish you a peaceful and productive September. Dear Pisces and Rising Pisces, you are entering September with a period in which your work, career, and professional life take the forefront. This month, you may work intensely like a bee, and the pace of work may keep you busy. Even if you want to dedicate time to your personal life and relationships, the activity in your professional life may prevent you from doing so. One of the month's key influences will be the eclipses on both September 7th and 21st. The lunar eclipse on September 7th in Pisces highlights your personal space and health. During this period, it will be important to pay extra attention to your health, make important decisions regarding your life, and carefully evaluate your options in matters where you feel indecisive. Situations such as starting a new relationship or taking steps in your private life may also come onto the agenda. This is the time to remember the boundaries you have learned over the past 2 years. The solar eclipse on September 21st will affect your house of relationships and private life. Married Pisces may face certain difficulties stemming from their spouse or relationship. Challenges in your partner's life may also reflect on your own life. Those wishing to start a new relationship or take an important step may encounter delays and obstacles during this period. You will be able to clearly see the results of the decisions you made after August 23rd with this eclipse. This process will help you understand which areas need change both in relationships and in your professional life. Mercury's move into Libra on September 18th will allow you to focus on financial matters. During this period, you can act in a solution-oriented way regarding financial issues. From September 19th onward, you will begin to leave behind problems in your relationships and private life. Around September 23rd, it will be especially important to be cautious regarding the risk of being deceived or misled. Also, do not forget to make the most of September 12th, 13th, and 14th for your love life. Dear Pisces and Rising Pisces, I wish you a productive and beautiful September.